AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Yeah. We back in the mix.
Here's some bird sounds in the back.
Do you?
Yeah. I don't know how good that is for the audio.
With the birds?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. You don't think that's beautiful?
Oh, I listen. I don't know. Listen, I'm not the technical guy. I don't know. Usually, you hear the background and the wind, the birds. I mean, I don't know if people in New York really want to hear that. I mean, to see what we dealing with. I'm just saying.
Ball suckers.
The floor's kind of wet over here, so I'm not gonna do no drizzy drop. Heavy move. Yeah.
Oh man, she's in the building early. Beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Mo is in the building. Mo, what up, chat? What up, chat? Big shout out to the whole chat. Fat Italian in the building. No strays in the building. Come on now. Thrill 'em Guns in the building. Shout out Thrill 'em and Pop Dukes. K Dot in the building. What up, y'all? What up? Yeah, we here.
Thrill 'em in your pouch, man. God bless you in your pouch. You always showing love. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
we're gonna do a little bit of.
Bro, just before we get started, we gotta let y'all know. Monday through Friday, some Saturdays and Sundays, we are live at 3:00. Yes, y'all get us now twice a day. AllBall reactions 3:00, and y'all already know Knicks rehab. Flea is in the building. Our other brother is in the building. Flea, what up, baby? So once again, chat, tell a friend, tell his friend. Support the afternoon lives. How y'all support Knicks rehab? Let's take this thing to a whole nother level. We're going to give y'all and react to some other topics other than the Knicks, which I know Knicks rehab ain't going nowhere, but y'all now get us twice a day. So you not only have to look at this ugly mug once a day, now it's twice a day. Twice a day, now you have to hear my insane and just out of this world basketball takes.
Come on,
having
man.
to listen to me twice a day always be wrong.
I know whatever it does, however you doing, Rodney Smiley, I ain't pausing nothing. I love it. We lose a game in doom. Fuck you guys who think Pistons are done. And Detroit and Flint, I didn't realize it was that much of a beef. Damn. Flint,
Big shout
Michigan,
out to
they
the whole
going at it.
Detroit. Yeah, big shout out to the whole Detroit. But you know what? Yeah, we petty like that. Y'all lose one game and it's all over. Cade ain't MVP. Y'all ain't championship contention. Yes, we love it, Fabian. Anytime we can throw something in their face, we doing it. Let's go. Yeah.
Ain't pausing nothing.
Party at the beach.
Do a little.
I'll pick up banner.
Knicks rehab.
Anytime. Yeah. Fabian, your Wi-Fi is looking like mine. Okay,
Knicks rehab.
Starting to clear back up a little bit.
Knicks rehab, slight version. Back in the mix. We saw what happened. The best team in the East. Show they stay, AllBall. Show they stay. The Spurs stand on business. Wembanyama. 38 points, 16 rebounds, 5 blocks, going bananas on them. Spurs put on a highlight reel, AllBall. What? What is going on here?
Is Wembanyama's Detroit Pistons daddy? Is Victor Wembanyama in the San Antonio Spurs the Detroit Pistons Faja? I am your Faja. I am your Faja. Listen, man. Just saying.
He ain't do that on the Knicks. That didn't happen in New York. That ain't happen at the Garden. I saw they say cat is a cat. Cat look like a dog against that croissant. AllBall. Hold on. I gotta be fair because you're not gonna be fair. It's my job to be flea a little bit today. Let's not go crazy. Oh, maybe let's do. What were the Detroit Pistons stats looking like? What was Cade Cunningham doing, Mr. MVP himself? 10 of 26, 26 points, as many shots as points, 4-7 from 3. Oh, 5 fouls, 8 assists, 4 rebounds. AllBall. 29 points for De'Aaron Fox, by the way. Where are we at with this? Because the Pistons, they're making it seem like beating New York was a championship all 3 times. They're forgetting that there's a process here. They told us we were crazy because we said regular season is cool. And yes, this is a regular season game against the Spurs, but this is their barometer. They're the ones saying we smacked y'all. Well, Spurs smacking them. And they're a championship contender by most of anybody's account. What are your thoughts right now on the Cade, the Pistons, and all that, and where everything stands as far as championship goes?
Well, first and foremost, Darlene Bryant is in the building. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Darlene Bryant is in the building. Mo is in the building. The ladies at AllBall TV is in the building. Am I looking good? Am I sounding good? Big shout out to the whole chat. Please, y'all, hit that like button. And I'm going to repeat again. Y'all get us now twice. Y'all get lives now twice. We need y'all to support the afternoon lives exactly how y'all support Knicks Rehab. But Fabian, for me, the hate for the Knicks is so serious that people are going to ignore when Detroit Pistons are struggling. Where's Stephen A. Smith now with all that being fearful and afraid of the Detroit Pistons? Where's he at? Where's all the networks, all the people that talk about how dominating the Detroit Pistons is? Where are they at? Why would we not panic? They just lost back-to-back games. They lost to Cleveland, and now you get your boot smoked by the San Antonio Spurs. When the Knicks lose 2 games in a row, we got to blow the whole team up. If I'm not mistaken, last night, did the Detroit Pistons look like they had a whole bunch of C and D players? Let it marinate. I'm going to ask again, but I want y'all to let that marinate. Because when our Knicks look bad, I keeps it all the way real. But I remember someone saying, after Cade Cunningham and probably Duren, all the niggas over there is average. And everybody telling that person he don't know what he's talking about. But now we have reports and people out there saying, you shut down Cade. Everybody. Regular weed. This is why no one is afraid of the Detroit Pistons. Yeah, you can own us in the regular season. It's fine. But when people start talking about championship contention, when now you telling me Cade Cunningham is the lead candidate for MVP, as if Ant-Man and Jaylen Brown isn't in the league doing what they're doing. Now, granted, great basketball team, the Detroit Pistons. I love their coach. I love their coaching style. I love their style of basketball. But when you can't beat one team, because let's be for real, San Antonio owns Detroit. Oh, so just how Detroit may own us in the regular season, are we going to ignore how the Spurs own the Detroit Pistons? And how when they play the Spurs, they all look regular? Why do we ignore that? Like I said, they just lost back-to-back games to potential contenders. Cleveland Cavaliers, potential contenders. San Antonio, potential contenders. Where's the same smoke for our Knicks that y'all should have for the Detroit Pistons? They looked terrible last night. And for you to not be able to stop Victor Wembanyama and we have a field day with him, come on now. Come on now. So for me, it's funny that you don't see nobody ranting and raving on ESPN or all these other networks or all on these podcasts. Because when they beat us, they the most dangerous, toughest team in the world. But when they get embarrassed, it's crickets out here. We've been saying on Knicks rehab forever. We ain't worrying about y'all niggas. I told you, if it's up to me, I wish we could tank so we could get y'all in the first round. I don't want to duck no smoke. I don't want you niggas to lose to Charlotte or Orlando or Miami. No. I don't want to duck no smoke. If I could tank and our Knicks play y'all, that's what I want. And I've been saying that. But for me, Detroit Pistons having a great season, but everybody needs to slow down. Like Flea says, cool your booties. Having a great season. But where's the criticism at, Fabian? Are you not concerned that, like I said, if the Knicks gets blown out by OKC Thunder, people will be going berserk? Where's the Detroit Pistons fans at? This is back-to-back losses. Where they at? They usually flood the comment section. All the piston glazing, where's it been at? Where's it been at? So for me, listen, it's comical, but like I said, this Pistons team, while y'all worrying about us, ain't nobody worrying about y'all. Ain't nobody scared of y'all. And y'all starting to get exposed. A lot of those players, besides Cade and Duren, fatigue starts to set in. Who you really are starts to set in. Tobias Harris ain't like that. You see what he be doing when they win? Puffing his chest out, celebrating. Bro, them niggas ain't like that. So for me, I just want everybody, including podcasts, analysts, networks, keep the same energy. If the Pistons is the best team, y'all great. Y'all, some say in the NBA. When they lose, where's the criticism at? Where's the breakdown? So for me, this is why we've been saying it. Ain't nobody worrying about y'all niggas. And we right on y'all heels.
And let's not forget the hyperbole machine was on AllBall. But just some big names somehow are missing from this Detroit loss. So they got Chris Canty talking about the Pistons?
To the question, right? Cade Cunningham is everything that they have on the offensive side of the ball. And if you shut him down, you shut them down, right? They don't have enough firepower. And we knew that coming into this season, some of the things that have happened around that team from a roster standpoint, they were going to be struggling, especially when it came to perimeter shooting. And so I think when it comes to the Detroit Pistons, they're the team that you use as the example of in terms of making sure that you don't skip steps. I understand they had the heartbreak last year, first round against the New York Knicks, but they're a team that feels like they have to go through the progression and have more shots at playoff runs before they actually break through. It doesn't feel like that with the San Antonio Spurs. So, yeah, I like what Cade has done. I think he's deserving to be in the conversations that he's in right now, but they don't feel like a team that has enough firepower offensively, enough guys that can just be proven bucket getters when it comes to playoff-style basketball, when it comes to being able to create shots for themselves and others. They don't have enough of that element on their roster outside of Cade.
Well said, fake-ass flea. AllBall, we've been saying this from the moment the Pistons thing was rolling. Yes, Cade Cunningham was an MVP candidate, but we knew we would struggle when all our dogs went down and everyone doubted championship contention when Randall went down and OG went down. And that's one of the flaws for the Pistons. Yo, when it's playoff time, you're gonna need a bucket. We know Cade could get a bucket, but he's also got some flaws. Everybody got flaws. If the playoff defenses start picking them up playoff style, what's gonna happen? And the Spurs got a bunch of dogs out there on the perimeter. So I definitely understand what you're saying. I don't like Stephen A. Smith all of a sudden not, he's pulling off the Houdini when the Pistons lose to a championship contender. It's not a regular loss. And the Hornets, who we'll get to later, on a roll. Where they at?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think, the Pistons, let's be for real. And this is why I laugh, because you got to remember, if the Pistons don't beat our Knicks, they are not relevant. The Pistons' whole being relevant is because of us, attached to us, the Knicks. Let's make that clear. Pistons fans, I love y'all. I told you I got people in Detroit, great city, excuse me. But let's be for real. The Detroit Pistons are popping because of their connection with the New York Knicks. They made this personal, not us. The Pistons made this personal against the Knicks, right? But also, they caught the NBA by surprise. How many times have we said when teams start out and have a great season, how, okay, wow, we ain't noticed, or you catch a guys by surprise, right? But now, the second half of the season here, where it really matters, where it really counts, teams are dialing in and focusing. And when you think about it, I've been said it. After Cade Cunningham, who are you worrying about scoring the ball? Duren? Tobias Harris? I'm just saying, if we're talking basketball, that's going to hurt you in the playoffs. It just is. We cannot ignore the whistle the Pistons get, the officiating that goes their way. Like I said, it doesn't take away from Cade Cunningham having an MVP season. But when they lose, the way that they lose, like last night, and then you lost to Cleveland, how can we ignore that? When the Knicks lose to good teams, we all over them. How can we ignore that? So for me, I just feel like Detroit hasn't done anything for them to be getting the praise that they've been getting. For guys like Stephen A., who's supposed to be a Knicks fan, to just basically give up. Talk about you're afraid for your life and all this crazy mess. And granted, if my memory, we beat the Pistons in the playoffs. Right? Now, I understand Cade took his game to another level, but why are we giving the benefit of the doubt? Games like last night should prove to some people why the Knicks aren't worried about the Detroit Pistons. And real analysts break down the game who actually watch the game. You have to go off that experience. Who has the more experience? Who has the guys that been in that moment? We have the guys. So for me, I think the Detroit Pistons, this season is a great season. Like I said, if they make it to the second round or to the conference finals, that's a successful season. I don't understand how people, really have them championship contention. They are playing championship contention basketball. I give you that. But if you telling me who would I pick in a 7-game series between them and us, between them and the Cleveland Cavaliers, even if you have a fully healthy 76ers team, you telling me all of those, the Pistons is favorite? Why? So I just love when people keep it real. Like I said, we can't just only keep it real about our Knicks. We know the hate on our Knicks, right? We fine with that. But like I said, I think Detroit Pistons is going to be in real big trouble. And yes, if Jason Tatum comes back and he's fully healthy, he could play at the level that we know he can play at, that's another team, right, that the Pistons have to deal with. So while you worried about us, you better hope you play us since you're that confident. But I'm not that confident as a basketball fan that if the Pistons play the Cavaliers, that I'm just automatically taking Detroit. No. So for me, Detroit is starting to get exposed a little bit. Yes, it's only 2 games they lost back-to-back. But for me, Cade Cunningham, yes, MVP caliber player. But all those other guys, you can't tell me that you're going to trust them in the playoffs. I just can't see it, Fabian. I'm not trusting Tobias Harris and all those other guys when other teams have bona fide superstars and guys that played at that level on that stage for the last couple seasons. I just don't see it.
And with something to prove. Donovan Mitchell has something to prove. Jason Tatum now coming back has something to prove. Everybody's trying to make it something, which is what the media does. The Cavaliers, always going to be a question mark for me till playoff time, but they're in the same division as the Pistons. You don't want to show them any flaws. You don't want the Spurs or any other team to show the Cavaliers a blueprint who have already reportedly said, yo, we ain't worried about the Pistons, which is crazy because y'all ain't done shit. But they have shown us last year you could have the best record in the regular season. You could be Smoke City for half the season, and all of a sudden Start some chinks in the armor start to show. And the other thing is, this is a championship contender in the Spurs that smacked up the Pistons, along with the fact that the Celtics are now getting back that Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown championship duo. They're 5 games behind the Pistons. Do they need the number 1 seed? Do the Pistons need the number 1 seed with the likes of the Celtics and the Knicks starting to come around? Maybe they'll figure this out. They haven't been there before. Even holding down the number 1 seed thing is not a championship, but it's something. So if you can hold it down to the playoffs, it'll mean something. But if you lose it and the Celtics persevere, that's gonna be another team that you didn't think was gonna come back and try to win a chip this year. And again, you haven't done it. And the Spurs haven't done it either. That's why was it this guy that just Chris Canty that said the Spurs look like what the Pistons are, and it's like, yo, homeboy, Spurs ain't do shit either. Like, let's slow down. They're both in the same realm. The Knicks have a chance at the point. Knicks have a chance to come back when you're supposed to be the team. Forget about the beginning of the year. We're talking about the middle of the year when you guys were celebrating the Knicks champion, the Garden Championship. Y'all talk about us with the NBA Cup. You guys were going crazy in the comments, crazy around the world. And the reason why Stephen A. Smith is important for him to come out and say something, whoever said that in the comments, is because who goes viral on ESPN for saying anything?
Facts.
He's the guy that echoes and makes and puts the volume up on any subject matter. And he had nothing to say about this. And he has 13 shows. So Stephen A. Smith, one more time for you. We don't care about you, but stay there. Stay over there.
Yeah.
AllBall. Speaking of out of nowhere, dangerous, them Celtics. Did Jason Tatum come back just in time because he saw the Jaylen Brown-led Celtics get smacked down by the Hornets? You see it there. Hornets blow out Celtics by 29 in Boston. No joke. LaMelo Ball balling. Knipple. That's a funny name to be repeating over and over again. Knipple. Balling. And might I add, for being real, there's nothing like having a player like OG Anunoby when he came to the Knicks. Whew. Jesus Christ, too much. That's too much flash and pizzazz on your ball. There's nothing like having a player on a team that balances it out. Knipple may have done that for the Hornets. LaMelo Ball and them looking like they trying to take that play in, dog.
Yeah, listen. Oh, the legend is in the building. You know, it's always a pleasure when he pops up. Legend Z is in the building. Always good to see you, my brother. Salute, big shout out, Legend Z pulling up in the building. Always good to see him, man. Fabian, people aren't talking about the Charlotte Hornets enough. And it goes to show you that, you know, on our platform, on AllBall TV, AllBall Reaction, Knicks Rehab, we dare to be different, right? A lot of platforms, a lot of people don't dare to be different. And we dare to be different because we are basketball fanatics first. Yes, we love our Knicks, but we love basketball first. And the Charlotte Hornets aren't getting enough credit. The turnaround that they have made from being a laughingstock, I'm talking about just difficult to watch, to now one of the most exciting teams to watch. And dare I say, the Charlotte Hornets might have the most exciting player to watch in LaMelo Ball. Ever since the coach put LaMelo Ball on the bench and had him come off the bench, the Charlotte Hornets have been on fire. They have been legit. I think they're a good basketball team. They're young. And when you talk about a team that has nothing to lose, it's the Charlotte Hornets. When you talk about a team that's playing with house money, It's the Charlotte Hornets. I don't think no team wants to play the Hornets in the playoffs. And let me explain why. Because they don't care. When you fight against someone that don't care, it's going to be a difficult fight. And I think what the Charlotte Hornets is doing is they are fun to watch. They are great to watch. They athletic, they young, and they play freely and loosely. I think the Charlotte Hornets deserves a whole lot more credit than people give them. Yeah, we always want to talk about Philly and the Knicks and Detroit and Boston and Cleveland. We got to start putting some respect on the Charlotte Hornets name. And I'm going to say something that's going to ruffle some feathers. Knipple. Should he be Rookie of the Year? I'm going to ask again. Knipple. Should he be Rookie of the Year? Now, I know Cooper Flagg is having a great season, right? But granted, Dallas ain't shit. I'm going to say it again. Cooper Flagg is having he's having a phenomenal season, Fabian. But the Dallas Mavericks ain't shit. Knipple and the Charlotte Hornets. Yeah, listen, I'm just being honest. The Charlotte Hornets, the turnaround that they are having are insane. Bro, they are a fun team to watch. They're a legit team to watch. They are beating teams, and they might have the most exciting player in the NBA to watch. It used to be Ja Morant. It used to be Zion Williamson. It used to be Steph Curry. LaMelo Ball is the most exciting player to watch. Bro, he's shooting one-legged fadeaways to the side from half court. Yes, I'm going there.
More than Ant-Man?
We'll discuss that in a bit. Leave that right there. We'll discuss that in a bit. But all jokes aside, Fabian, the Charlotte Hornets is a threat. I'm not saying that they're a threat to make the championship, but they're going to give some teams some problems if they make the playoffs, even if they play our Knicks. Like I said, a team that's athletic, that's young, that has nothing to lose, that's literally playing with nothing but house money. Why aren't they getting the props that they deserve? Like I said, you go from being a laughingstock to where you make this turnaround. Listen, Fabian, I think that coach should definitely be a candidate for Coach of the Year. Now, of course, he's not going to get it, but he should be top. Yes, he should be top 3 candidate.
Former assistant in Boston.
Yes, Fabian, I have to ask you, tell me about the Charlotte Hornets. What excites you about them? What do you like about the Charlotte Hornets? Because if it's not up to us, no one's going to talk about the Charlotte Hornets. They're going to continue to act like they don't exist, only for the super glaze of the Knicks and Detroit and Boston. But please, what is it about the Charlotte Hornets that's right now have you thinking what's going on?
It's the rookie kid, like how you put it. That like I said before, I teased it a little bit, but when OG and Anunoby got to the Knicks, there was a balance. What that kid did for LaMelo can't be overlooked. We've seen it. Funny shit like Timothy Mozgov going to Cleveland. They said LeBron's eyes lit up. Certain players, they bring a jolt. And for me, for him to have LaMelo excited enough to play serious basketball, because the one thing that we all accuse LaMelo of is like, bro, you got all the talent in the world, but you could be Jason Williams or you could be Jason Kidd. And he's starting to be more Jason Kidd seriousness-wise. 6'7" the kid is. Flea just sent me a clip of where he starts the first play of the game. He comes down court, passes the ball off, and he's like dragging power forwards and centers in the middle of the paint, like how we want Brunson to do. But it's important because that means he's using the 6'7" size. That means he's using his IQ. I dropped my headphones, man. That means he's dropping his IQ to be an all-star. Man, but he's not really. Did he make the all-star team this year?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Because remember, they was a terrible basketball team. So that first half of the season, they was horrific. So I don't think he made it.
But I think even in the second half of the first half of the season, that's when they started picking it up. There's some things to review here. That coach is going on. That coach, Charles Lee, has went through a lot. He went to Bucknell University, no scholarship program at the time. Goes to be an assistant coach for the Celtics. Then he goes to Charlotte, and I'm like, let me see what this coaching tree is about. So this isn't the Bill Belichick coaching tree that births a bunch of losers, apparently. Remember, Ime Udoka's in Houston. Yeah, they might not win a championship this year, but everybody loves them. Now you got Charles Lee, Joe Mazzulla, the guy that's running the front office right now. I always forget his name. He's the Wizard of Oz right now. Yeah, in Boston.
Oh yeah, he was the coach, and then he went upstairs to the front office. Young dude too. I forgot his. I always forget his name as well. Flea might know it.
Wizard of Oz.
What's the GM over there in Boston? He was the coach, but then he stepped down and went into the front office. Flea let us know.
So Charles Lee is coming from a winning organization. Brad Stevens, thank you, Flea.
Brad Stevens.
He's coming from a winning organization. On top of that, he benched LaMelo. Yeah. Mr. Superstar, $270 million supposed to be doing that. All I ever heard since I've been talking about basketball online, this politics, this, that, and the third. That's Charlotte. I don't care where you are. You want the respect. What did I say about JJ Redick? I'm a fan, but I don't like your relationship with LeBron. If you can't check the star, you ain't nobody, bro. You're the star. You're technically you're the manager. And for Charles Lee, the city of Charlotte was protesting against him. They had people on camera like, yo, man, what's he talking about? What is he doing?
Right.
And look, whatever he's doing is working. And obviously, I think this doesn't happen without Conker Nipple, the kid, Brandon Miller. They got 3 young guys who are now maybe going through the whole Dallas Mavericks Triple J era. Jason Kidd, Jim Jackson, Jamal Mashburn, small forward, 2 guard, point guard, all over again.
Special. Yes. Hold on. Stay there real quick, right? Stay there, because we're going to spend a little bit of time on this Charlotte Hornets topic because they deserve it. That coach, explain to me how important it is for him to be doing what he's doing and for him to not be afraid to coach, meaning bringing LaMelo Ball off the bench, maybe to give him, open his eyes a little bit more, to help him understand that you ain't bigger than the program. And if you don't take this game serious, you can be coming off the bench and you may be on the bench, permanent. But tell me, how do you feel about coaches that have the guts, the cojones, right, to pull a move off like that? And then now to see the positive effect it has to where now they're playing winning style basketball. How do you feel about coaches like that?
You know me, I'll throw a monkey wrench, go left field, and come back to center with it. This is the reason why a lot of people still clamor for Mark Jackson to have a job. Because the one thing they always said was like, yo, he could run a team though. I never heard of a player feel like they were disrespected by Mark Jackson. All we've ever heard is people respecting Mark Jackson. So for Charles Lee, we didn't know where it was going to go. Even when I heard him talk, it was kind of like, I don't know if it was assertive or not. It wasn't Mike Brown, but it was still like, you're new. And it's a young crew. They're all young. Think about it. This guy's young coach. His first stint as a head coach. LaMelo Ball, young. Knipple, rookie. Brandon Miller's his 3rd season. I think it's important because now you establish the chain of command. Like we always talk about the pecking order for the basketball players when you walk into a gym.
Right.
Yeah, but before you get on the court, the coach is the guy you got to respect. If you don't respect them, like what's the point? And he has him top 4 in the league on offense, AllBall. It's not like they're bottom of the league in defense. These guys are top half of the league in defense. They're not too bad where we were a month or so ago. So I think it's beyond important for a guy to establish himself, his personality, and his role in this thing, in this most professional game, in the professional era.
So let's ask the real question. Big shout out to our brother Flea in the building. Big shout out to the whole chat. Y'all know the drill. Hit that like button. We here now, afternoons, 3 o'clock, maybe sometimes 4, but for sure, 3 o'clock, we are here. Y'all all ball reaction Monday through Friday. Some Saturdays and Sundays, but now y'all get to see us twice a day. Not once a day, twice a day. We are here 3 o'clock Monday through Friday, all ball reaction. And y'all know we got Knicks rehab at night. But I have to ask a question in chat. I need y'all to get into this. I need y'all to answer, respond, engaged in this. Who are the Charlotte Hornets the most threat to? I'm going to ask again. Who are the Charlotte Hornets the most threat to? Oh, the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Rhonda Flores is in the building. Rhonda Flores, what up, baby? I'm going to ask y'all again. Who should be most scared of the Charlotte Hornets? Please, I need y'all to respond. And I'm going to let y'all know who I think should be most fearful of the Charlotte Hornets. Pistons, Celtics. I see a lot of Pistons and Celtics. Guru said nobody. Who are the Charlotte Hornets the most threat to? I'm going to tell y'all. It might be my Knicks. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it one more time. Tori B is in the building. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Tori B is in the building. Harlem Legend TV is in the building. Big shout out Harlem Legend TV. For me, and I have to keep it real. The Charlotte Hornets, my Knicks, they are a threat to my Knicks. They are a threat. If I have to go with one team, for me, it's my Knicks. And I just have to be honest. Am I picking my Knicks in the series? Hell yeah. Yes. But it's not going to be a sweep. It's not going to be a 5-game. That thing might go 6 or 7. That's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. So for me, I just think what the Charlotte Hornets is doing, the turnaround that they have, that great coach, good coaching staff, and those young players, listen, man, if they do this thing right, the Charlotte Hornets can continue to move forward and progress, and they could be one piece away from like really every season making the playoffs. But we just have to give big props to them. They've been winning basketball games. They are very entertaining to watch. And I think LaMelo Ball is starting to find his groove. I think LaMelo Ball now is starting to take the game serious. And he's playing great basketball. So if the Charlotte Hornets makes the playoffs, I don't care what nobody say, they are going to give some teams some problems because they are tough matchups. They're young, they fast, they athletic. Like I said, they mindset, they don't give a fuck about nothing. Nobody. They listen, they don't care who's in front of them. A lot of those guys have the confidence to think that they're better than everybody. And then they have a rookie in Knipple that's super tough. Super tough. I did not see this young man being this good. Harlem Legend TV. Big shout out to Harlem Legend TV in the building, man. He got a major platform. I'm from Harlem. He's from Harlem. So anytime I see somebody from Harlem, I show all the love in the world. Harlem Legend TV is in the building. He says LaMelo still overacting like he playing in a rucker. That's why it won't work. I'm going to be honest. Harlem Legend, that's his game. That's his game. And we can't ignore that it's helping him win basketball games. Yes, he plays like that. Appreciate you, my G, for pulling up and showing love. And keep doing your thing. Your platform is super dope. Keep growing, bro. Harlem in the building. We can't ignore the positive effect that LaMelo Ball and his playing style is having on that basketball team. Now, it's different if they're losing games, right? It's different if they're playing bad basketball. But I don't hear the coaching staff, I don't hear the fans, and I don't hear the players. I don't hear nobody complaining about LaMelo Ball's playing style. Now, I did in the beginning of the season because it wasn't amounting to nothing. Now, I don't listen. It don't have to work in the playoffs. Listen, man. Yo, I just feel the Charlotte Hornets exciting, playing great basketball, and we can't ignore that. We can't ignore that. If they make it into the playoffs, they are going to be a tough outing for somebody. Because like I said, they got some dogs over there. And for me, I got to ask before I move on to this last topic. In the chat, I need y'all to engage. I need y'all to respond and answer this. Who's the rookie of the year? Is it Knipple? Is it Cooper Flag? I'm going to ask again. Because to me, VJ Edgecombe, he kind of fell back a little bit. Like at one time, VJ Edgecombe to me was one of the better rookies, right? But he kind of slowed down a whole lot. It's like VJ might have hit that brick wall. Cooper Flag is playing great basketball. But I got to ask y'all, right now, who's your rookie of the year? To me, it's up to two guys, Cooper Flag or Knipple. I'm just saying. Cooper Flag just passed 1,000 points. Facts. But for Knipple to be playing the basketball that he's playing and have your team in playoff contention, that can't be ignored. Now, of course, I'm pretty sure Cooper Flag is going to get it, right? Well deserving. But we can't ignore Knipple. We cannot ignore him. I'm just hoping that the votes he get, the gap isn't that much between him and Cooper Flag. Because, like I said, Cooper Flag is a stud. But Knipple, those guys are in playoff contention. So, for me, I'm just saying. This is what I've been waiting for. We've been hearing, right, MVPs. We've been hearing who's the best player in the NBA. We've been seeing all the MVP lists, right? And when you go to the top 3 MVP lists, it's always the same 3 players. SGA, Joker, Cade Cunningham. And for some reason, I don't see Jaylen Brown, and I don't see this one player that, in my opinion, is right now playing the best basketball out of all of them. Can y'all guess who I'm talking about? I'm going to say it again. The MVP race, there's always 3 players. Cade Cunningham, SGA, the Joker. Jaylen Brown is never in that conversation, which he should be. But there's one player that's playing better basketball than all of them. And in my mind, he should be top 3 MVP candidate. And we're talking about Anthony Ant-Man Edwards. Anthony Edwards is averaging 29.4 in his last 10 games. I'm going to say it again. Ant-Man is averaging 30 in his last 10 games. Have y'all been seeing what Ant-Man has been doing? Granted, the Minnesota Timberwolves is in the 3rd seed at 40-23. I'm going to say it again. The Minnesota Timberwolves is at the 3rd seed at 40-23. Why aren't we talking about Ant-Man as an MVP candidate? Why aren't we? He beats OKC in the regular season. He beats Denver in the regular season. I'm not saying he has to win it, but why isn't Ant-Man spoken about enough? I'm going to be honest. If you ask me who I want to be the face of the NBA and you give me 5 names, let's say right now we go with the 5 MVP candidates. For me, it's SGA, it's the Joker, it's Cade, it's Jaylen Brown, it's Ant-Man. Out of those 5 players, if you ask me who I want for the face of the league, I'm going Ant-Man. But I'm going to ask again, I have to ask y'all, why isn't Ant-Man considered at the top of the list for MVP? We see the refs cheat for OKC. We see the Joker night in and night out averaging triple doubles. We see the great season Cade Cunningham is having with the Detroit Pistons, #1 seed. But are we forgetting and ignoring Ant-Man? Back-to-back Western Conference Finals in a tougher conference? Well, to some people, the West is always tougher. Averaging 30 in his last 10 games. Beat OKC and mopped them up all season. Beats Denver. Dunking on everybody. I mean, for me, I don't understand how Ant-Man keeps getting slighted when it comes to that best player in the NBA talk. He's doing it night in and night out. He's doing it night in and night out. And for me, him and Jaylen Brown, what they're doing is spectacular. I didn't see the Minnesota Timberwolves still being as good. I have to be honest. I do not, and I did not. Yeah, but hey, Mike T, y'all telling me Ant-Man has to win. Victor Wembanyama has to win a playoff series. Ant-Man has been to back-to-back Western Conferences. Cade Cunningham has to win. Like we have to start being fair. Y'all bugging. Bro, Ant-Man has been to 2 Western Conference Finals. So for me, I think Ant-Man right now, where do y'all have him? Give me y'all top 5 best players in the NBA right now. Let's go there. Fuck it. That's what I'm good at. Give me your top 5 best NBA players right now. Give me top 5. We all know Shea, Joker. Give me the next 3. Give me the next 3. And I dare you not put Ant-Man in that. Give me right now, I need y'all list. Top 5 best players in the NBA right now. Right now. Right now. Come on, man. We can't keep ignoring. As long as I see Ant-Man in there, I'm fine. As long as hey, Mike T, get Giannis out of there. Get Giannis out of there. Get Luka out of there. You are nuts, Mike T, and you family. Get Luka and Giannis out of there. Okay. I don't know how to pronounce that hype dialect. Yo, hold on, but I love the chat. I love y'all. I'm just letting y'all know that now. Every time I ask y'all to do something, y'all do it, and y'all do it to the highest extent. Thank you. Y'all engagement is the best. Greatest chat on YouTube. But let's get to y'all top 5s. And I'm going to read some of them off. Heidick dialect. He got Joker, Wemby, SGA, Jaylen Brown. Okay, I'm not arguing that. Definitely not Jalen Brunson. Not this season. That's a fact. Shea, Joker, Ant-Man, Jalen, and Wemby. I like that. Ronda Flores. I like Ronda Flores' top 5. Vaughn Allen, Joker, SGA, Wemby, Brown, Cade. That's not bad. That's not bad. Like I said, for me, Wemby and Ant-Man, you know, it can go either way. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Yes, this is live. Vashawn, yes, we are live. Savannah, May, SGA, Joker, Wemby, Ant, Cade, Jaylen Brown. I have no problem with that. Like I said, for me, the top 5, I think you can't go wrong with Wemby or Ant-Man. Either one could be 5, then the next one could be 6. But we cannot continue to ignore what Ant-Man has been doing with that Minnesota Timberwolves team. We can't. We can't. Granted, he don't have another all-star with him. He doesn't really have another great basketball player with him. Julius Randle ain't playing up to no all-NBA all-star level. So for Ant-Man to continuously just lift that team up, play great basketball, they still have an opportunity, because what we're going to say if he gets to another conference finals? What we're going to say if he gets to another conference finals? Because to me, the only team that's a threat to them is probably saying in. He busts SGA in the Joker's ass. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. When it comes to Ant-Man going up against SGA in the Joker, he gives them niggas the business. And they win the basketball game. So for me, I don't know how we can continue to keep ignoring Ant-Man and what he's doing over there in Minnesota. Like, I really can't. Averaging 30 the last 10 games. How can we ignore that? And they're winning basketball games. The third seed. So for me, I think he needs way more credit than he deserves. Like I said, for him to lose Cat, I forgot the young player that they lost that's real good. So for them to lose players, they didn't get like another great player to play alongside Ant-Man. He's carrying that shit by himself. Like, so for me, I think Ant-Man, when we talk about that top 5 MVP candidate, he belongs in there. Now, see, Victor Wembanyama, due to the rules, may be missing too many games. So between Victor and Ant-Man, they may have to go to how many games one player missed compared to another. But for me, I'm not going to continue to ignore what the Minnesota Timberwolves and Ant-Man has been doing. Like I said, third season in a row, you have them in contention. If you're back-to-back Western Conference Finals, that means you're in contention to get to the finals. So, listen, I love what Cade is doing. Love what Joker, SGA, and them is doing. But come on, man. Come on, man. OKC fully loaded. Do y'all see what Jaylen Brown and Ant-Man is doing? I mean, I can't ignore that. I can't ignore that. I can't ignore that. So for me, I have Ant-Man top 5. I have Ant-Man top 5. Wow. Jaylen Brown might have to be 6. I have Joker, SGA, Cade, Wemby, and I have Ant-Man. Jaylen Brown might have to be 6. And it's tough to put him there because that Boston roster isn't that great. And to have them the legit 2 seed. So for me, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Listen, they all are impressive, right? They all are impressive. SGA, Joker, Wemby, right? Cade. But we have to give credit when credit is due. We have to. We glaze Cade and SGA and Joker all season. We still glaze Luka, which I don't know why. No. Jaylen Brown and Ant-Man, to me, what they're doing is way more difficult. Way more difficult. Ant-Man is in the Western Conference with Luka, Joker, SGA, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James. Are you kidding me? And he's dominating. I'm going to say it again. Oh, let's not forget Kevin Durant with the Houston Rockets. And Ant-Man is dominating. Like, he's literally dominating. It doesn't take away from everybody else. Asa Vandermeer, I agree, Luka is trash. But I'm just saying, he still puts up big numbers. I'm definitely not a Luka fan. But I'm just saying what Jaylen Brown and Ant-Man is doing is special. It's special. It's special. It's special. Now, is Cade special? Hell yeah. Cade is special. But let's all be honest. Cade Cunningham, what he's doing, special. Giannis been injured all season. Embiid been injured all season. The Atlanta Hawks, dismantled. No Halliburton. Boston, no Tatum. So I have to ask y'all. Here we go. This is the great question right here. Y'all ready? We're going to take it home with this one. Got it, y'all. I got it. I got it. I'm going to break this down. I need y'all to engage. I need y'all to listen and understand. Because ain't nobody going to break it down like us on AllBall TV, baby. Does Cade still dominate I'm going to ask again. Does Cade Cunningham still dominate the East and is an MVP candidate and is probably one of the best players in the Eastern Conference if Embiid, Tatum, and Halliburton was fully healthy? I'm going to ask again. Does Cade Cunningham dominate and is the best player in the East if Giannis, Embiid, and Halliburton and Tatum are fully healthy? Now, go to the West. LeBron, Luka, Joker, SGA, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, all healthy. Ant-Man is dominating. I'm going to say it again. Luka, LeBron, Kawhi, KD, Joker, SGA, all dominating. Ho. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Cherokee is in the building, y'all. Big shout out to the ladies at AllBall TV, fellas. Listen, we love the ladies. Put up a heart, put up a higher wave, put up a Josh heart, but please be respectful and show the ladies some love. I'm going to say it again. Would Cade Cunningham still be dominant? And we have to put that in effect. Why do we ignore that, right? Because we don't ignore when LeBron went to 10 straight finals, we all agreed. We all agreed the East was weak, right? We all agreed. We all agreed. Big shout out to Rich. Thank you, my brother, reposting this stream. Yo, really appreciate it, man. AllBall TV, Knicks Rehab. Listen, we go live every day, twice a day now. Monday through Friday, we live AllBall reaction, 3 o'clock Eastern time. And then y'all already know about Knicks Rehab, the dopest Knicks content out there. Yeah, we live during Knicks games, we live after the Knicks games, and we live before Knicks games. Every Knicks games. But we live now twice a day, y'all. Twice a day. Y'all got to show love. Let's get this platform to where it belongs. Appreciate love that y'all showed, the love and support. Big shout out my brothers Fabian and Flea, always pulling up in the building. But I got to ask y'all again. I'm going to repeat it. No, Savannah, we not trying to downplay Cade. We just keeping it real. Maybe I am trying to downplay Cade because they be kicking my Knicks ass. Hey, Savannah, I might be trying to downplay Cade. He be kicking my Knicks ass. I'm just saying. I'm going to ask again. Cade Cunningham is dominant if Embiid, Giannis, Tatum, all healthy from the beginning of the season? I'm just saying. Big shout out. Muck2 University Music. Thank you for your $2. My man, the legendary John Starks. What up, though? Big shout out, man. Thank you for your $2, man. I'm going to ask again because y'all don't understand. Thank you, Mo. If Halliburton, Joel Embiid, Giannis Antetokounmpo, right, Jason Tatum, if those 4 players are fully healthy, Tatum, Giannis, Embiid, Halliburton, if those players are healthy, is Cade Cunningham still dominating the East? And are the Pistons the best team in the East? Now we go to the West. Joker, SGA, Kevin Durant, LeBron, Luka, Kawhi Leonard. Ant-Man still dominating. Just saying. Big shout out at the Good Guys Music Group. Thank you for your $199. Pistons rent-free in your head. Hey, Good Guys Music Group. I need my get back. I need my payback. Listen, y'all kicked our ass all season. So I'm going to find any reason to kick y'all while y'all down. Yeah, that's a fact. But you know what? We live rent-free in y'all head as well. Because y'all the ones that made this personal. Since we beat y'all last season in the first round, y'all the ones that made this personal. We ain't think about y'all. Y'all think about us. But since y'all want to think y'all all that, we going to discuss. So for me, what Ant-Man is doing, with all these legends and Hall of Famers, we got to be honest. He's still dominating. He's been dominating going on 3 seasons, 2 Western Conference Finals appearances. He's beaten the Oklahoma City Thunder and SGA all throughout the season. He's beaten the Joker and the Denver Nuggets in the playoffs. I'm just saying. Cade hasn't done that yet. Cade hasn't won a playoff series yet. Great player. Love watching Cade. Listen, legit. I'm just saying. Make it make sense. So don't tell me Ant-Man ain't a top 5 MVP candidate and he not one of the best players in the NBA when he's dominating in a tougher conference with all the guys that are fully healthy. Cade Cunningham is dominating the conference. No Embiid, no Giannis, no Tatum, no Halliburton. New playing style. So we gotta get used to that. Don't tell me I ain't making no sense. Don't tell me I ain't making no sense. Hey, listen, y'all. Well, Mo, I'm getting out of here. We here tonight, Knicks Rehab. Big game on the road against the Denver Nuggets. See y'all tonight. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. AllBall reaction every day, Monday through Friday, 3 o'clock Eastern time. Y'all get to see this ugly mug twice. You already know what we doing tonight. Knicks Rehab, y'all. I might go live during the game, but we will see y'all tonight. Knicks on the road against the Denver Nuggets. Y'all all have a beautiful afternoon. We out.
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
Deja un like, comentario.
Y suscribe.